Hello and welcome to the Noise of Three. I'm Goat, and today Dylan is not with us. He's from Florida, and he went back. Something about finishing the job. Anyway, today we have Nick with us.
Hey, I'm Nick. I'm filling in for Dylan while he's in Florida.
And I'm here as usual, because the show won't happen without me at all.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
It's likely we record at your house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we didn't want to tell him that or something.
Oh.
No, it's okay. Zach was the one who messed up and said we were in Georgia, so it's all Zach's fault.
Yeah, I did say we were in Georgia. I also said our high schools we went to, too.
Yeah, your high school, not my high school.
All right, Goat, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about Predators. And I don't just mean the movie Predators. We're talking about Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and AVP. And I'm going to recommend some Predator comics to you guys.
You know, it's a good thing you mentioned that we're talking about the movies, because right away when you said Predators, I wasn't thinking about the movie.
I know you weren't. But anyway, so, we took a little break from anime, especially since Dylan's not here. He was like, we're going to talk about Denocoil in the last podcast.
He was, we're going to talk about Denocoil. I tried to download it. The best, I don't skimp. If I can find something in 1080, I'll download it. The file was 47 gigs.
Oh, wow.
And the problem is, I can torrent all I want in my house. I have VPN, and so that's okay. But I have AT&T DSL, which is download so slow. So it finished up a few days ago, so I wouldn't have been able to finish it anyway. So it all worked out.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're talking about Predator. Nick never saw these movies, and I grew up with them. Zach also didn't watch Predator all the way through before, so this was a new experience for these two. What'd you guys think of that movie?
I thought it was really good.
So when I watched it, I had only seen clips of it, so I'm like, when the intro comes, like, okay, this is obviously Predator. I know the movie they're talking about. When I watched it, that movie doesn't age at all.
No, it held up super fucking well, because, and I'll talk about this when we're talking about Predator 2, it does what Predator 2 does not, and it doesn't rely on shitty effects half the time.
No, it is strictly practical effects, with the exception of like with the exception of the Predator's vision. So when it cuts over to how the Predator sees, it's using a pretty shitty effect, because there's probably some new technology. It's shitty by our standards now in 2016, but back when it came out, it was not shitty by any means. But since it's through the Predator's vision, since it's through his point of view, it doesn't look dated, because you're like, well, that's how the Predator sees. There's no way around it. Yeah.
Like, what vision is he looking at, Zach? They need to, because if you just say Predator vision,
it is Predator. I'll let Nick answer this.
They have a whole bunch of different visions.
No, okay. You guys need to calm down. So
It's
in Predator
thermal.
1, it's thermal.
Strictly
It's
thermal.
Strictly thermal through his mask.
Yep, through his mask. When he takes off his mask, it looks kind of like an infrared type thing. Everything's a red wash.
Yeah. And Predator, the way they introduce him, this movie, though not a horror movie, is kind of like a slasher.
It's really suspenseful.
Oh yeah. It's a good thriller. Well, it's not really a thriller by
I wouldn't call it
today's standards.
I don't think it's a thriller by today's standards,
Nah.
although how it sets up the movie, I wouldn't just strictly call it an action movie. There's definitely there's something else
It's
to
like
it.
an action thriller. I mean, because you do have basically this psychopath, this hunter following them through the woods, picking them off one by one, then going back and collecting their bodies and skinning them and putting their
and
heads
polishing
on
their skulls.
Yeah.
That's what makes this movie special, is the fact that it transcends more than one genre movie.
I wouldn't really. I think it's just those two.
I really wanted to use the word transcend.
I know you did. What'd you think of the acting in this movie, Nick?
It was pretty good. They had a lot of really good characters in it.
Such as, Nick?
Break down the characters
I
for
honestly
us.
don't remember.
Give
any
us
of their
those
names.
archetypes.
All right, so remember the black dude who dry shaved all the time?
Yeah.
That was Mac.
That was Matt.
Remember the dude with Old Painless who's like, bunch of slack-jawed faggots. This shit'll make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me.
As he puts a huge wad of dip in his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was my favorite.
That's Blaine.
Yeah, Blaine was my favorite.
All right.
And then Mac.
Really? Yeah, Mac was fucking rad. Mac's insane. Carl Weathers plays Dylan. Then, of course, there's Dutch, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I don't remember the two white guys and the Hispanic girl's name. I just don't. I don't think anyone does. I bet she's someone out there.
I mean, I want to say she's not really important in the long run.
Oh, no, she kind of is.
Yeah, but in the first one, it's...
Oh, not really. In the long run, she is.
That's why I want to say, like, kind of, but in the first one, she doesn't really matter. So you're like, well, why are they carrying this lady?
She's the one that gets the first white dude killed. Oh, by the way, spoilers for this nearly 30-year-old movie. It'll be 30 next year.
It will?
Yeah.
Do you guys know on the day we're recording this right now, it's Sonic's 25th anniversary?
Don't die on us.
Sorry about that. I didn't give you a content warning.
I guess Sam would be really happy to hear that.
You know how I found this out?
How?
Amazon told me.
Oh god, that's weird. But yeah. So like Predator, the original Predator in 1987 is one of the most like quotable, next to Terminator and Aliens.
Oh,
I
it
think.
is.
It's one of the most quotable and pretty well quoted movies. Remember that scene where like the dude, one of the militia tries to sneak up on Arnold and he throws a machete like almost all the way into the guy's body and he sticks to the tree and he just goes, "Stick around." Shit like that's amazing.
Phrasing.
Arnold is not a good actor.
No, he's not.
But in this, he's a great actor.
In this, he's great for the role.
yeah.
Yeah. Whoever wrote it, like, they really wrote him into the part, and it was great.
No, they didn't write him in the part. They're just like, "Arnold, go be army man." Okay.
No, they said, Arnold, go be yourself in the jungle. He said, okay.
Yeah. Mac's amazing. I think Mac is like perfect in that movie. Predator is fucking. That movie's so good. The voice mimicry is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, from the Predator.
And if you think about it, you can actually just sit there and when the Predator is mimicking and using their own words against them, he takes things out of context. Like when Mac says "anytime," talking to Dylan because he stabbed a scorpion on his back and saved Dylan. Dylan goes, "Thanks." Mac goes, "Anytime." Later, when Mac is hunting the Predator just whispers, "Anytime," in the jungle. Almost saying, like, I can get you anytime. Anytime. I love that shit.
And that's where you get all the suspense from. It's stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, just the Predator being creepy. And also, what'd you guys
The
think
Predator is a predator.
Oh, yeah. What'd you guys think of the prosthetics in this movie, the Predator? Like, what'd you guys think of the animatronics and just him in general?
Oh, I got this. I'll let Nick go first.
Go ahead, Nick.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, calm down, Zach.
I'm sorry, that's been your answer for the past 3 questions.
I mean, it was a good movie, but they aged really well. Like, I mean, I can't really complain about them.
They looked really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The guy who actually played the Predator was so fucking in love with that role. And actually, a little tidbit, the Predator wasn't supposed to look like that originally. He was like supposed to be this bipedal, weird shrimp-looking monster, played by Jean-Claude Van Damme, actually.
Yep.
And the higher-ups didn't tell him that. So Jean-Claude Van Damme was kind of like, "Oh yeah, I get to fight Arnold in the jungle," and he's like, "What the fuck is this suit?" Because it wasn't painted. They were gonna CGI his effects.
Oh, I'm so glad they didn't do that.
So he was wearing a big red dumb suit in the middle of the jungle, because like they never got to the part where you saw his face, where you saw the Predator's actual body. He was just doing the filming for when he's invisible. They wore a special suit for that, so they could block him out and see the shimmer of his camouflage. And so Jean-Claude Van Damme just got pissy and started tearing up the suit on set. So they hired a different guy and started from scratch on a
New design?
On new design, and that design is way fucking better. You guys didn't know that, did you?
No, you explained it to me, but I didn't realize that's how it happened. Thanks for that guy's fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Because it came out with the design for it was really good. I want to know what they had based it off of.
I could probably look it up and tell you, but I don't know.
I think they did just enough with prosthetics. Or like with the fake suit, it was like, granted, it was a whole suit, but they didn't go too overboard. There was it was reasonably detailed, but not
yeah.
way overly detailed. If like when they do some close shots, you can see it's like, oh, this is just. When you get the close shot, you can tell it's obviously not
Flesh.
It's not flesh. You can see it kind of has that foam texture type deal, but
Only in certain areas.
only
but I feel like
in certain areas.
They did real good on the hands, which
Yeah,
is important.
that's what I was going to get to. They spent time on the areas they needed to, like the head and the hands, because those are always in scenes. Like, when he activates the bomb, you see the two things, which is the hand and the wrist.
Yeah, they did really well, and they put a lot of detail into the very high articulated parts of his body, and I think that's fucking rad. Let's move on to Predator 2.
Yep, on to Predator 2,
All right.
which I didn't watch with
Yes,
them when they were
Zachary
all
went home.
marathoning it. I went home and hung out with some of my other cool new friends. You guys are being replaced.
All right, so Nick, what are your thoughts on Predator 2? And don't say pretty good.
Yeah, you have to use different words this round.
Different descriptors.
Yeah, descriptors.
I liked it. It wasn't as good as the first one of the Predators, but
So what?
it was a very different movie. It was almost like it didn't take itself seriously, or at the very least I didn't.
Yeah, and that's actually why that's my favorite out of the Predator movies, is because Predator 1, that's a good-ass film. Predator is solid, super solid.
Yeah.
But Predator 1 and Predators are very similar, don't you think? Like, they're very similar.
Yeah, they're very intense movies.
Predator 2 is just angry black cop versus Predator.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's the one when they're in the city.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, then I know the one you guys are
It's a
talking about. Yep.
completely different setting. I really appreciate it for its complete, like, just drop in tone. It goes from this high tension, like, we're being hunted in the jungle, to, like, you're in the city and there's a gang war going on between, the Scorpions and the Jamaican drug lords. And Predator just comes in and fucks the whole thing up.
I like that about it.
He just goes nuts. And, like, Angry Black Cop is just Angry Black Cop. And then Gary Busey shows up, and Gary Busey's like, you gotta stay out of this, Angry Black Cop. Angry Black Cop goes, no! And,
And then Gary Busey gets himself killed like an idiot.
oh yeah, he gets hardcore killed. The effects in this movie, the ones that do not have to do with the Predator, are very goofy.
Yeah.
Like, there's a scene where Gary Busey gets decapitated. His head falls off his body, and he falls backwards. Yet there's still blood dripping from the spot where he was decapitated, almost in midair.
When the Predators on their ship and the fog is coming up out of the ground.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, we'll get to that once we get to the end of the
So
movie.
basically, you're saying they let the intern do too much in the CG room.
Yeah, it's like their knees just aren't there.
Because they're not.
They're not.
So, this movie was made in 1990, 3 years after the original. And,
I thought you said the original was 87.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. You said 1990. I thought 1999.
Nope, 1990. But, so CG is still not the best right now
And people-
in this time period.
People, I would guess, still aren't putting in the time either.
Oh, I was talking about 1990.
What I'm saying in general, they probably weren't putting in the time with it either.
Oh, you can put tons of time into it. Doesn't mean it's gonna look good. Like,
you need to tell that to a lot of people today.
but so anyway, in the final scene of that movie, there's not a whole lot to talk about with this movie because it's not as memorable or as quotable. I mean, Bill Paxton's in this movie. Bill Paxton is in Predator 2, Aliens, which is Alien 2, and Terminator 1. He connects all three of those fucking movies.
Was he also in Predators as the prison inmate?
Yep. All right. So at the end sequence of this movie, you also learn something really interesting about the Predator. He doesn't kill people who have an illness or are pregnant, like because he.
Oh yeah, he did the
Yeah.
He did the scan and then he let her go.
Yeah,
That means he won't kill me.
the female cop. He scanned her, saw she's pregnant, let her go. And you also see something like that in AVP. But anyway, they only kill healthy prey. But
Because
anyway,
then it's not sport.
it's not fair. But anyway, so in the end sequence of this movie, spoilers, the Predator's defeated. Angry Black Cop is standing with Predator's weapon that he just murdered him with, and the Predators come out. More Predators, like I think at least like 12, come out of the woodwork out of camouflage, and this ship is incredibly foggy, and like the bottom 2 feet of this ship is just pure fog, and they walk out, and when you see them decloak, their kneecaps are just gone. There's just fog, and they're just levitating above it.
Maybe their kneecaps were still cloaked.
Yeah, their legs are still cloaked.
I also liked in that movie how the Predator is trying to fuck with the Black Cop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
He
kind of taunts
just
him.
plays with them.
He just goes around and kills his buddies and kills guys he's talking to, and then he just leaves him alone because he's trying to mess with him.
Yeah, because, like, from second one, he focuses in on the Angry Black Cop and is like, alright, this guy's pretty cool, and then just fucks with him. You know, I didn't actually think about that.
It's because Predator's racist.
well, okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, they took their dreads. But, yo, Predator dreads are fucking rad. I wish that fight with King Louie was something rather than nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so King Willie. Did I say King Louie?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, King Willie.
King Willie.
King Willie is the big drug lord they build up in this movie, and he's
That's right.
he's a mystic that you meet about halfway through, and he's telling about the Predator. He's like, this Predator he's not from this world. He's from the other side. And then Black Cop walks away. I don't remember the guy's name. He walks away, and King Willie is just like, oh shit, he's here, and draws a sword, and the next scene he's dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
They should have showed it.
This movie,
They should have had a sword fight.
well, no, what they show you is like he draws a sword, and then you hear screaming, and it zooms in on Willie's face, and he's got like the screaming face, but his head's detached, and Predator walks away with it in his hand. And then cuts back to the ship, and he's cleaning Willie's skull, and this is where the whole AVP thing comes from. Is these movies were connected because they put a little Easter egg of the alien skull put up on display in the Predator ship.
Do you think the directors or in the team that worked on Aliens knew about that
No,
or suggested it?
no, it was just a pure Easter egg. It was just like oh look. But anyway,
Yeah, because he had a bunch of other skulls in there.
yeah. And then there's AVP, which we're gonna go chronologically with this. All right, Nick, give us the setup of AVP.
So they discover this like pyramid.
Who's they?
Some oil company, I believe.
Wayland Yutani
Oh,
from the
yeah.
Alien series.
That's right. So they discover this pyramid in Antarctica, I believe. And
Calm down, Zach.
Keep talking, Nick.
okay, so they discover this pyramid, and when it releases an heat or energy signature, and that's it starting up. So they send a team to
To poke it with a stick.
yeah, basically to do recon on it, and so they can get there first. So they go to this abandoned whaling outpost, and they're about to set up to start drilling, and then they go to sleep. And in the morning, the Predator fires like a heat ray or something at the planet.
Yeah, they're in outer space. They're just orbiting Earth, and you shoot a beam that goes fucking like 4,000?
Yeah, for like 4,000 meters.
Meters?
No, not meters.
If
like,
it's feet, if it was 4,000 feet, that's like 1,100 short of a mile or something.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a long way.
yeah, it's just a 4,000 like 30-degree incline, like angle, just decline.
I have seen Alien vs Predator.
Okay, cool. Okay, I didn't know you saw that one.
Yep.
But
As soon as you said they're in the north, it's like, yep, know exactly what you're talking about.
sweet.
And then they were talking about what kind of pyramid it was, and they decided that it was like the first pyramid because they said it has like Egyptian writing, Cambodian writing, and what was the other one? Mayan, I think.
So it's like the progenitor to all the other pyramids.
It's a lot like Stargate Atlantis if you ever watched that. Except it's not.
Close enough to make a reference.
Yeah.
All right. So, what happens?
So they go in there to poke it with a stick. And
Pretty much.
trying to think. So the one lady whose name escapes me,
Oh, which one? You mean
the
female protagonist?
yes,
You know what? This is the theme in the Predator movies. There's always an angry black person.
and nobody can remember anyone's name.
How come Ice
except-
Cube hasn't been in one then?
Oh, or LL Cool J. So, angry black female protagonist. You know what? We're just gonna call her Angry Black Ice Lady. So go ahead.
So she decides that she doesn't want to take these people to the pyramid because they have like no training and this island is super remote.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because
they're like,
you need training to go down a melted hole and look at something.
yeah,
No. Okay, so the whole thing is
like you have to hike there.
her role's pretty useless because she's like, all right, what do you need me to do? We want you to take us from the boat to the pyramid. Nothing bad happens on that trip to the boat to the pyramid. You don't even fucking see it.
And she's like, nah, fam, I'm not doing it. And she's like, okay, we'll just get some schmuck to take these guys. And she's like, wait, I changed my mind. I want the money.
Yeah.
And they have the best chance with me or whatever.
If you throw enough dollar bills at someone, they'll do anything.
Yeah, basically. Or you say we're not going to be the flight back to the mainland.
That's why goats here.
Yeah.
I need a home. But yeah, well, I have one now. But anyway, so she takes them there. It's pretty fucking safe. You don't even get to see them walking on the ice.
Not
Like,
even
the
a
whole
montage.
Yeah, the whole thing that she was upset about. And she's like, oh, they're gonna die.
Was it
Or
even a
no one's
montage,
trained.
or was it just hard
Nope,
cut?
it's
Hard
just hard cut.
And so, she's like, no one be's a hero. If you see someone in trouble, no one be the hero. Fucking cut to, they're going down the tunnel, and some fuck up happens, and Wayland Yutani, he fucking goes down. Like, they're climbing down the tunnel, they got cables. His cable snaps. And she acts like a hero. And fucking while he's sliding, she throws a pickaxe down and catches the hoodie of his coat. And
Well, she's allowed to be a hero because she made the rules, so she can break it.
just fucking... She's an okay protagonist. It's just... The reason she's there is useless.
I liked her.
So you think if she'd be a little better if she had different backs, like a different reason for being there?
If she was there for any other reason, like, it'd be better.
What
But,
if she was
like,
there
it's
just to make
fine.
them coffee? Like that was her
Yeah.
job.
Oh, that'd be
That
fine.
would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
She would have been like, yeah, the intern, just doing whatever.
Just like cut halfway down the slope. She goes, all right, pulls out a little table, goes, who wants coffee? And she starts making it.
Yeah, and she just she murders, like, aliens in this
Yeah.
movie.
What if she murdered them with coffee?
And she actually does something cooler. She murders them with the head and tail of another
yeah,
alien.
they made did she kill it or did the predator kill that?
Predator killed it,
And
but she ends up stabbing, like, the eggs and shit and killing the queen alien with it,
Yeah.
which is rad.
Which is all that matters.
But anyway, so this movie pisses me off.
Really?
Why
for
does it
some
piss you
reasons.
off, Goat?
All right,
Tell us about
so
your feelings.
they get into the pyramid, and it gives you a really cool backstory. Apparently, fucking, this is the origin of man, is the xenomorphs and predators. The predators apparently came down to Earth, like, way back when there was no ice on Antarctica and people lived there. And they taught them how to build. And that's where all the pyramids come from. That's where all architecture comes from. These fucking guys. And we worship them. And so they would come down every 100 years, and they would have a great, what's it called? A great hunt.
Yeah.
Where we would sacrifice like 9 of us on a table, and the queen alien, which they just have chained up and stored in each one of these pyramids just to lay eggs, and the eggs would go on a conveyor belt and go up these little tubes and be at the foot of the sacrificial tables, and that's how they would start. The facehuggers would just come out, and they would willingly accept it. Chest bursters would come out of their bodies, and the hunt would begin. And so the aliens did this as ritual. Predators did this as ritual. And if they won, they had like this big mark of, oh, I'm the fucking hero. Let me just take like the acid from the aliens and like put it on my forehead to mark that I did this great achievement. And if they lost, it just blow up the fucking like entire continent. They would just
Not the continent.
well, they
just
just
the
blow
city.
up the fucking huge ass city. Just
Wherever the
civilization.
alien was, because
Yeah, well, because their bombs is like a 30 megaton or something.
did someone actually do the math for it?
No, they say 30 megaton.
I thought it was just,
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot though.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure America had a few of those at one point in time.
Yeah, but they just have one on their wrist. But yeah. So you get this backstory, and so far we've seen that predators are pretty fucking badass, right, Nick?
Yeah, they kicked a lot of ass.
All right. So the creator of this movie, the director, he's like, yo. Remember the Predators in Predator 1 and 2? Yo, those were pussies. These Predators, they're elite Predators. There are 3 of them. The first 2 die within minutes of arrival.
To the same alien. The
To
first one
Same. The first fucking xenomorph, man.
takes out 2 of them.
Yeah, but that was an elite alien.
Shut up. There's no
it was,
such
it was
thing.
cream of the crop.
No,
They're all like incompetent, mindless little
That
shit.
alien,
Except for-
alien got the good swimmers.
except for the alien queen,
Except for the alien queen.
who's bigger.
Yo, what do you think of the queen?
I think she needs a better crown.
Shut up.
I really like the fight scene with her. Other than that, she just kind
Was
of.
there a lot of pew pew going on?
Oh no, I meant her design.
Oh, I liked her design. Yeah, it was good.
She has a giant prolapsed,
Yeah.
like, egg sac hanging out of her body that she just all day just lays
Do you know what
eggs.
that reminds me of? That noise and that motion and that all that stuff you just
Oh,
did.
yeah, I know.
The Futurama episode with the Slurm Queen that shoots the Slurm out.
That's the reference that the Slurm episode is making.
It's good to know.
But anyway, so yeah. So you get a lot of really cool shit from this movie, such as the Predator teams up with Black Lady protagonist after all of her allies are taken or killed. And he teams up with her, and she's like, I'm coming with you. And instead of being like, no, you can't, he's just like, all right. So he just like, one of the aliens he just killed, he just rips its head off, cuts its the tip of its tail off, and puts it on a spear, and like guts the head. And he's like, here, put your arm in the head and use it as a shield. So she's just fucking. It's so cool yet so dumb, because how is her hand inside the head of the xenomorph whose blood is acid?
It's because she's special. No. She's black.
And it's not like oh, there's no blood in this specific cavity. Her hand is just in the mouth, man. Like she just jammed her hand in there, and you see that there's
They got
blood.
acid sacs.
You see that there's blood on their in their head, because the first alien that kills the 2 other predators, he bleeds from the forehead, and he has like a little hatch design on his head from where he was trapped in the net.
Oh yeah. Try not to think about it too much though.
Shut up, Nick.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Remember the blood-brain barrier? It's different blood in the head, man.
And this part, they blow up all the eggs. They kill the queen by hooking her up to a what was it? An entire building.
Yeah, and then they push her into the.
They push the building. Oh no, it was a water. It was a.
That was the water tower.
Yeah, a water tower, and they push it into the ocean, and she just fucking sinks.
Did it kill her though?
What if they
it
could
did
breathe
kill her.
underwater? That would be terrifying.
And the predator gets stabbed through the stomach.
He'll be fine.
No, he gets stabbed through the whole body, and is just
Like-
impaled on her tail, and then gets slung off and is dying in the what's it called?
The snow.
Dying in the snow. And Black Lady protagonist is like, oh no. He's like, you, my friend, good warrior. And then the other predators show up, and they're like, yo, good job, and high five her. And they take the body and they go put it on the ship. Do you remember the stinger for that movie, Nick?
Which stinger?
The one that stung the predator through the stomach.
No, the stinger at the end of the movie.
Oh, God.
Do you remember what the stinger was? An alien chest burster pops out of his chest. That's the setup for Alien vs. Predator 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, that's the setup for Alien vs.
Oh,
Predator
she got
2.
him.
You want to know something dumb, though? You know the Predator's mouths, how they have like a weird, like, 4-pronged, like, jaw?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
thing?
there's like the rest of it in there.
Yeah, okay, so that part that unfolds and has the 4 spikes, they explain in some of the comics that that's meant to repel the fucking facehuggers so they can't do that.
But the Queen probably just like injected it in him.
No, there's a scene earlier in that movie where a facehugger jumps at the maskless predator and cuts to black. Well, not cuts to black, cuts to another scene, and then like 10 minutes later, you see the predator put his mask back on. That means that's so fucking dumb.
Well, maybe
so
it didn't.
dumb.
Maybe it didn't.
No, it
You know,
impregnated.
No,
them.
maybe it doesn't always work. You know, it hadn't had time to perfectly evolve before they got their helmets on.
No.
Or since it doesn't happen anymore, some people got some weak ones since they don't die anymore. Look at it from an evolutionary standpoint.
No, I don't want to.
He was clearly the strongest predator.
He was the best one.
That doesn't mean his mouth flaps work right.
He was the elite, though.
That doesn't mean his mouth flaps work right.
Anyway, so
You can be an elite soldier in America and then have really bad allergy issues.
Nick and I are going to watch Alien
Same
vs.
thing.
Predator 2, and I'm not going to talk about it on the podcast because, heads up, that movie's bad. And when I say it's bad, is the concept's alright. It's predators versus aliens that are being led by... I'm rolling my eyes super hard when I say this. The Predalien. However you want to say it.
The Palladians.
No, shut up. It's a predator-alien hybrid that looks kind of cool. It's kind of a cool fucking idea.
So did a predator do an alien, or did an alien
No,
do a predator?
that's the end of the movie from Alien vs. Predator.
Oh,
when it
that
comes
one
out
that
of his
came out of
chest.
his chest.
Yeah,
That one.
It gets to Earth. It comes back to Earth.
And then raises aliens.
Yes.
Okay. So it took over that ship, presumably.
Yes. It's a fucking dumb idea. It is so dumb.
Was it executed poorly as well?
What, in AVP2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. All the CGI in that movie, most of the fight scenes are in pitch blackness. And if you turn your resolution, if you turn the, what's it called?
The white balance?
Yeah, if you turn it all the way up, you still just see gray blobs because it was animated to be pitch black.
So it's not just the fact that it was a bad concept. Well,
It is a bad
from the way you
movie.
described it, it doesn't sound like a bad concept. It just sounds kind of cheesy.
Oh, yeah.
But it was also executed very poorly.
Way
When did this one come
too
out?
awful.
Early 2000s?
I know that AVP came out around 2006, around that time
Oh.
frame.
So they don't have an excuse for being bad. Executed poorly.
AVP2. Give us a second, people. 2007. Then it was 2003 that AVP came out, or 4. Was it 2003?
So it was 2007. They're like, oh, hey, cool. We got all this CG. Let's put it to good use. And then they didn't spend the time they needed to make it look good.
2004, the original AVP came out.
So they cut down the practical effects and went
Mm-hmm.
more to CG, and it kind of went backwards from there.
Yes.
So it's gonna look super dated.
Oh, let's go ahead and address something I forgot to mention. In Predator 2, there are tons of practical effects. It's just like you see stupid shit like a really poorly animated lightning bolt hitting the Predator and it going down his body, and just stupid shit like that.
It's like that original Ghostbusters level lightning.
Yeah.
All right.
But AVP, a lot of it's practical effects, and I would say the CGI is really good.
Yeah, it looked good, and I thought it was a good movie, even though it was a little bit silly.
Oh yeah, it's a fun, like, it's nowhere near on the level of Predator, but it's a good fight movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they do a really good job of disguising the CGI's flaws with shadowing and just like motion blur, because they do the Jurassic Park thing where like, oh, this is a practical effect, now it's CGI, but it was so fast that you didn't see the difference. Which is, I always really appreciate that, being able to use multiple techniques.
Yeah.
It makes it look more realistic and age better.
Oh yeah. I think AVP aged pretty well
Yeah, it definitely did.
for a movie that's like 12 years
However,
old.
AVP 2.
Fucking awful.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Is there any other? That's pretty much it.
Well, we
for
watched
AVP.
Predators.
Predators. I see. That's the thing. I always say Predator, Predator 2, Predator versus Alien, and then Predators.
And then Predators. AVP2?
No, it's just Predators. Like, just the difference in the way I say it. It's like, if I say Predator, I'm like, but Predators.
Yeah, you gotta enunciate to yourself that it's a different movie.
Give us the setup for Predators.
So it starts with a bunch of people being thrown out of an airplane or a spaceship. You don't
Yeah.
really see that. You don't really see it.
Just fucking free fall.
Gray ship of some sort.
Yep.
Yeah. So when they hit the ground, they start trying to kill each other and find out what's going on because they were all kidnapped from Earth.
This is the one on their planet.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's put on a game planet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to... Shit, you figured that out like 14 minutes in that movie. This movie's fairly newer, so we're not gonna...
2011.
Yeah.
Do we want to spoil this one?
No.
All right.
Okay.
This is a good-ass movie. It's Predator 1.
It basically
But
is.
not on Earth.
Yeah, it's very similar to Predator 1.
It's basically Predator.
There's a lot of references.
Yeah, it's jungle.
There's a lot
jungle.
of really cool shit going on. It's got Lawrence Fishburne in that movie.
Yeah.
I think you mean Morpheus.
But yeah, so Nick, you've never seen those movies before. What did you think of them, man?
I really liked them. The first one was really, really good. And the other ones that I saw were certainly entertaining.
Did any of them just straight let you down in terms when compared to the first one?
Yeah.
Nah, I'd say no. Like, none of them were bad. Like, I liked all of them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, each one has their own flavor.
Yeah.
Like Predator it takes itself seriously, and I really appreciate that. Predator 2 does not at all, and you know what? It fits that movie. That movie's amazing.
I probably would have liked Predator 2 less if we didn't marathon it, because Predator 1 was kind of a little bit, well, it was definitely dark and intense, and then Predator 2 was like not a light happy movie, but it was
Cheesy.
cheesy, so you didn't take it as serious. And then when I watched Predators, it kind of reset everything.
yeah.
So watching the first one really got you, into that.
Yeah.
he got him
into
into the mood.
It got you into the mood for Predator. So when you watch Predator, got you in the mood for just anything Predator. Then when you watch Predator 2, you're like, yeah, okay. And then Predators just tops it off on a happy note.
Yeah.
You know what, Nick? We need to do this again. We need to watch Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien 4 Resurrection, Prometheus,
No.
Prometheus 2.
I'm not
Don't we
watching
have to watch
Prometheus.
Prometheus first?
Shut the fuck up. You don't need to watch Prometheus.
But
At
doesn't
all.
it technically happen before?
Technically.
I have it on the computer here right now.
I know.
I don't wanna
that
watch
movie.
it.
That movie's bad. That movie's bad.
It kind of was.
Everybody was saying it was going to be amazing when it came out.
I'm not gonna say that it wasn't some levels of entertaining, but when I watch it, it just kind of, the storyline to me and how the movie progresses just kind of falls flat. However, I enjoyed all the effects and just the general way the movie looked, so that's why I finished it.
Okay, I can understand that. Plus, you're not like a huge Alien fan.
I'm not a huge Alien fan because I've seen one Alien movie,
Which one did you see?
excluding Alien vs Predators.
So, did you see Alien or Aliens?
I saw Alien.
That's the one that's just a straight horror movie, right?
Is it the one we're on the ship?
Okay, you say that. They're all on ships.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. So,
No, it was Alien.
it was Alien, you know
Yeah.
for a fact?
I watched it with Gengi.
Alright, cool.
Watched it with family.
Alright. So, that's pretty much it for our little movie splurge. What have you guys been up to? Nick?
Well,
I've been working a lot.
what type of work you do, Nick? Fill us in.
I do cooking for a catering company.
And you also work at Lucia's with
yeah,
me.
I work at Lucia's with Goat, which is pretty awesome.
Now they know where you work. All
That is the
14 of you
Lucia's
guys.
in California, by the way.
Yeah, high five.
Because
Do
Moving
them
up,
off our trail.
moving up in the world.
But, yeah. So,
What do you think is the best thing you've cooked for the catering company? Like what meals have you catered have had the most swank food?
trying to think. That'd probably be the first party I cooked at, where I sauteed 60 pounds of shrimp.
Jesus, 60 pounds of shrimp.
60 pounds.
So-
It's for 300 people.
Wait, did you?
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. Did you prep all that?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I hate prepping shrimp. It gives me hand cramps. How
Yes.
did you do 60 pounds?
And then you just smell like shrimp the rest of the day. It doesn't matter what you
You
do.
just smell like shrimp for
y-
the rest of your life.
You just get you. Yeah. You wear gloves and it goes through the gloves.
Yeah, I was prepping shrimp. They just turned the gloves orange. 'cause of the
man.
iodine.
Oh, I had black gloves, but yeah,
Shit.
it'll turn those orange too.
But yeah.
So I had to saute them in woks because we didn't have enough time to be fucking around with spatulas. So I just had to like put like 5 pounds of shrimp in and toss it.
That's how you get boss forearms,
Yeah, I
man.
know, right?
Yeah.
And tendinitis.
So where did we work together before this?
We worked at the Firestone for like a week together.
Is that like a pizza place or what is it?
Yeah, that's a pizza place.
It's fucking bad. That
Oh
place
no,
is
that
awful.
place was amazing.
Oh no, in terms of
To eat
food,
at.
to eat at, to work at,
to work
hell.
at it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Management was falling flat from what I understand.
It wasn't the chef's fault. It was like the owner's fault.
Who was
He
the
was just
MVP of that restaurant, Nick?
Me.
No.
No,
Let's be serious.
In all honesty, the MVP was Ritz Bradsa.
I think you mean Hyro.
Oh yeah.
Fucking okay. So there's this Mexican kid named Hyro that we used to work with. Nick, give us a little taste of what this asshole would do.
So to start the day, he would show up an hour late every day,
Oh yeah.
and then he would. So there'd be a whole bunch of dishes piled up for him, and then he'd ask for help. And like when things, he wouldn't run plates up to the line during dinner. He wouldn't take plates, like saute pans and sizzle plates and all that off the line to be washed.
Oh no.
And then he'd break like 5 plates a night, and he'd throw away the quart-sized containers.
He'd
And
throw away silverware too.
yeah, he would.
He would just throw away dishes.
How is he not fired?
I don't know.
I
He would put the wooden plates in the mechanical dishwasher, so they'd just come out warped and cracked,
yeah.
and they'd just be ruined.
So it was
Today I learned you can't put wood plates in the dishwasher.
No.
So it was. I wasn't there when this happened, but it was during the dinner rush, and he went outside. He doesn't smoke. He just went outside.
There was
Life
a
pro tip: if you work in a kitchen, start smoking so you can get smoke breaks.
At least do like me and pretend to smoke.
yeah. Nick buys packs of cigarettes.
I still have all but 2 cigarettes in that pack.
Would you just walk outside and light them?
I'll
And
just,
like
I'll
hold
just
it?
walk outside, and if anybody comes out, I'll light one.
And one night, Hyro broke a champagne glass, and he's just like, "All right," so he threw it in the trash can that we used to put food, that the waiters dump food in, that we used to put food in. So there's a lot of water and gross shit built up in that. And he just put glass in it. So when I went to go take it out later, it just ripped and just got fucking all over the kitchen. Like, he didn't double bag it. He didn't warn me. He's just like, "Oh yeah, there's glass in that." And it just goes right down the middle. So we spent an hour cleaning up around, I want to say about 30 pounds of wet food off the floor.
Man, you should have just brought a few dogs over.
I really should have. But there was glass in there.
You should have just
The
left.
dogs will go around the glass, man. If they're smart dogs.
Yeah, most dogs aren't smart dogs.
We should have just left, or at least you should have. Been like, "See you tomorrow, Hyro."
just fucking,
It'd
all right,
be, it'd
I'm
be
out.
there in the morning too. You know it.
Oh, fuck.
But then hopefully he wouldn't.
All right, so you either of you up to anything as of late?
As of late, I've been working on a few things that I'm going to keep secret for a little bit.
All
But
right.
I've been busy.
I'm still trying to watch Simple Gear. I'm just procrastinating.
Yeah, that happens. Sometimes you get something you want to watch and you just don't watch it.
Like I watched the first season in 2 days, and I'm like,
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take a break after you binge watch something.
Yeah. It's in Japanese too, which makes it hard to just alt tab.
And what have you been up to, Zach?
Well,
I think you
still
mean
looking
Zachary.
for a car.
Shut
So
up.
there's that. I mean, on the Facebook page, I sign everything Zach. I personally don't care which way you pronounce my name, Zach or Zachary. My grandmother, however, cares very greatly.
Can I call you Zachariah?
That's not my name. Well, actually, with the beard, my mom calls me that.
What about Big Z?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But so, still looking for a car. I think I found the one. We'll find out tomorrow. I will anyway. And then I got a guitar body from a friend, and I'm gonna make it look nice. And then he's gonna give me all the electronics internals for it, and the neck and whatnot. And then I'm gonna attempt to learn guitar.
Nice.
I don't think it's gonna go well because I already have an acoustic guitar, and that didn't go well. But I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no to a free electric guitar. Come on, and I get to paint it and make it my own. So I took that upon myself.
Well, good luck with that.
It's so dirt nasty right now, in such bad shape.
You're a bad person. Why do you say dirt nasty?
You want me to show you? I mean, the people listening won't see it, but it's pretty sorry.
No, just your terminology. But anyway, so everybody, I think that concludes the podcast for today.
Yep. Do you know what we're talking about next week?
We're going to be talking about Dental Coil when Dylan gets back, but I have a couple things that I'm going to start watching. I'm going to watch the Alien anthology with Nick.
We also have Kamen Rider Forza we can watch, because I just finished downloading all of that.
And we need to
And
finish
ooh. And Kamen Rider, ooh.
Are we gonna do the Iron Fortress when all that comes out?
Yeah. I'll sit down and watch with Nick, because Dylan is watching it as it comes out.
All right, so next week it'll either be Dino Coil if we're all together, but if it's just two of us, we'll probably be going over something else with a guest. And
most likely something like today.
yeah, I'm Zach.
I'm Goat.
And I'm Nick.
And this was The Noise of Three.